Hello, everyone,
Right.
and welcome to the new. I just interrupted your introduction. I am so sorry.
No, I think we're live now.
Swept the floor right from under your feet, man. I am so. You did not
It's all
deserve
good.
respect that I just gave. You wanting to do? Would you?
Good
I'm out of the way.
intro.
If you want the honors, you do the honors.
No, I
It's
was
on
just
you.
saying.
Man.
Oh, I think we're live now. Yeah.
Oh well, I wow.
Luigi U tournament.
You now?
Welcome.
Yeah. Yes. It's round 2, I think. Yeah, we're in round 2.
Awesome.
We got Mr. Cab and Uvideo. We're moving things along. It's exciting. I have nothing else to say. Looks like the race is about to start, which is Pog.
This will be a very exciting race. It's
Yeah.
honestly anyone's game. We'll see.
That's the thing with any race is yeah. Mr. Cab is going to be playing on. I guess we're going to have to talk about while we get started here. We're going to have to talk about the differences in the versions of the game. So there is the Wii U version of the game and the Nintendo Switch version of the game. And the Nintendo Switch version is a little bit slower because it has significantly worse load times than the Wii U version. So we decided that in this game we would accept both versions, but the Wii U version is to add 29 seconds to their final time once they finish the race, just to give the people on Switch a fair advantage.
Right.
So we'll get to point out some of these differences as we go on here. But one thing you'll see right away is Mr. Cab's going to pop out of the levels super fast, and that's just how significant the difference in load times are.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, 1-1 happened. It's a pretty easy level. We grab an acorn. This is a very useful power up.
Acorn is pretty pog. We're going to be moving on to 1-2, and we're going to see... I'm worried Mr. Cab's not going to make the cycle.
That was a very interesting start.
Oh, he's definitely... Well, after that, he's definitely not making the cycle. Uvids will probably make the cycle.
Still gets the star.
Oh, yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah. Just means he'll probably be a lot slower than Uvideo, unfortunately. Oh, and
75
a
pipe.
lot. 75 pipe is kind of a yikes. 78 pipe from Uvideo. He'll probably be getting a mid to high 75. Whereas Mr. Cab's getting a low 73. Yeah, high 75. That level can be pretty tough, though. Especially if you don't make the cycle and that kind of thing. And that second star grab can be pretty difficult.
Yeah, if you can play it as Nabbit and it saves like half a second, but it's definitely not worth going for in a tournament race because you have one shot to get that jump at the end, and if you miss, you're dead. So
yeah.
That's why you don't see anyone using it.
Luigi.
So this next level is just a water level. It's pretty easy. You just kind of go through it. And we're also going to be switching to Nabbit as well, because Nabbit swims faster in the Switch version. Although in OG, I believe, he swims the same speed as Luigi.
Correct. So you'll see Mr. Cab here is kind of taking things pretty slow. But eventually, Uvids will catch up here. Yeah, you can see the difference in swimming speeds. Uvideo just flies through that level.
I guess we should also point out that switching to Nabbit is a bit different in OG. I believe you
That's
hold
true.
down it's just some button. I don't remember. I don't run OG. So
I think it's the right bumper. When you enter a level by holding the right bumper, you play as Nabbit. But in this game, there's an actual character menu where you switch characters. And so because of that, you see Nabbit used a lot more in the Wii U version because it doesn't take as much time to switch to Nabbit.
Right.
Whereas in the Switch version, the deluxe version, it takes 3 seconds to switch from Luigi to Nabbit, and then 3 seconds to switch from Nabbit back to Luigi. So that's a lot of time, and so therefore we don't play as Nabbit a lot. In fact, you'll see Nabbit used in 5.1 and 5.3, as well as 1S, and then we'll never see Nabbit again on Uvideo's end.
Right.
Whereas for Mr. Cab, we're going to see Nabbit a lot.
There's also some Miiverse text too, which is very fun. Only in the OG version.
So yeah, and because of that, Uvideo is already now ahead. Because between the Miiverse text and the swimming faster, just gives Uvids a bit of an advantage. I mean, to be fair, if we take loads out of consideration, Uvideo's ahead by, I want to say, probably about 3-ish seconds, simply because, like 2 seconds. Because
right.
Uvideo had a better 1-2. He got a high 75.
So yeah, 5-1. These vines, if you hold neutral after you jump off them, you get a big burst of speed. You can use it to your advantage right here. See if he gets it. You can jump on these enemies at the end to get lots of speed. Get 181. Very nice.
MrCab, unfortunately, doesn't look like he's doing the neutral jumping strat. And it looks like he even messed it up, too. So he's getting a 76. That's pretty unfortunate. That's a pretty big time loss to Uvideo there. Roughly 5 seconds. And right now we're going to see a major time save that Deluxe has over the Wii U version, and that is that because you play as Nabbit, this cutscene that you're going to see Mr. do is a cutscene where Nabbit is stealing items from a Toad house. But because we are playing as Nabbit after we finish 5-1 in the Switch version, that cutscene doesn't play at all. And so we can skip that cutscene entirely by playing as Nabbit.
Right. Can't have Nabbit subception. That's the word.
So Uvideo is done with 5-3 before MrCab even has an opportunity to enter 5-3.
Wow.
Now, here's the real question. Will Uvideo go for the left side in 5 tower? My guess is yes. I think he will.
No, I don't think he's going to. I was watching practice earlier.
Really?
We'll
I'd
see.
honestly be a bit shocked if he doesn't go for it.
I think he's doing right. Yep.
Oh, he's doing right. That's unfortunate. It is a little bit easier, so that makes sense.
It also only saves 0.5 seconds.
He's gonna miss it.
About.
Oh, wow. He barely didn't miss it.
Dang.
His spins were a little bit late, so makes
you
sense as to why he didn't make that.
So there's that's 5 tower skip. It avoids having to ride the snake block, which takes about 30 seconds.
Yeah, and there's 2 ways you can do it. You can go through the right side, like Uvideo and MrCab are doing, or there's a much harder strat where you can climb the left side of the tower. MrCab's gonna miss it.
Oh,
that's unfortunate.
If he knows left side, he can. Okay, he is going for it.
Oh, he flew back too early. That's unfortunate for MrCab. He's gonna get hit if he does this wall kick here. Yeah, he's just gonna do it normally now. That's unfortunate.
He could still.
That'll be a pretty big time loss for him.
Not going to. Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, that's actually a good backup.
Oh, okay.
I've actually never seen that before, but that's actually a good idea for a backup in case you miss it.
53, okay. Yeah, usually I get a 48 if I just ride the snake block, okay.
Either way, that's going to be a huge time loss for MrCab, and Uvideo is going to have to mess up pretty bad if MrCab wants any chance of catching up. Which, I mean, considering Uvideo's race consistency as of late, is entirely possible.
It's true. I wonder if he's going to go for the Blue Toad backup. I guess we'll talk about that if he does do it.
Yeah.
Notice I say Blue Toad and not just regular Toad, because you got to play as Blue Toad.
See, he'll go Yellow Toad, unfortunately, if he does.
That's very unfortunate.
Uvideo here going for a new strat in 5 Ghost House that was found recently. What we used to do is we used to just do a normal jump, but then turn back to the left to make sure that we avoided hitting all the boos. But actually, Uvideo found a way to, if you jump through the boos a bit earlier, you can fly upwards to hit the star block, and that's a little bit faster because you don't have to turn back to the left to slow yourself down to hit the star block. So it gets you a higher 78, if not even a low. I've seen low 79s from that strat even.
Right. It's very good too because beforehand, at least in my personal experience, it was always really, really, because I guess we haven't explained how fireworks work. If you get double digits on any of the ending times, you get fireworks, which costs 15, 20 seconds. So with the old way of doing it, I noticed that I was always cutting it really close with that 78, very close to getting a 77. So
MrCab, however, is going to be doing this level as Nabbit because Basically, any level that you can complete just as fast as with Nabbit as you can with Luigi, you're gonna see Nabbit played, because Nabbit can slide down the flagpoles just a little bit faster.
Right.
And so you're gonna see MrCab take advantage of that. Oh, and he even gets a 77.
Which is
That's
okay.
That's the other thing. That's okay with Nabbit because if you play as Nabbit, it's impossible to get fireworks.
Yeah.
So it makes 5 ghost tests a little bit safer, and then it'll also make 7 ghost house a lot easier because normally if you do the fastest movement you get an 88, but Uvids will have to wait for an 87. That's
Also
for when we get there.
he does go for the backup.
He is
so,
Yellow Toad, so therefore he will lose. He will
Right.
mess something up.
So yeah, the reason why he does this is with the character switching in Deluxe, like you can play as any character in single player. Actually, that's another thing, and each character has their own unique, like, power up stored. I guess like they're all their own like separate character. So if he
Basically,
loses Acorn, yeah,
Basically, the game just remembers whatever power up you last had on that character. So you can
Right.
abuse the system by switching characters intentionally to get an acorn. That way, if Uvideo somehow loses his acorn in, say, 7 Tower or another level in the game, then he can switch back to Luigi because the game remembers Luigi's last power-up state, which was acorn.
right. It costs about 4 seconds to do this, but it's definitely could save you like 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah, it'll
potentially.
cost you 4 seconds to do that if you finish the run. If you end up having to use the backup, then it'll cost you an additional 3 seconds on top of that 4. But likely that it'll be... You'd rather take that 7-second time loss versus potentially a lot bigger of a time loss. Uvideo! What are you doing?
Man, you're killing me,
Uvideo
dude.
slipping on the first platform. I'm going to be losing a bit of time there, unfortunately. Prob's going to end up getting like a 70. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, considering the mistakes that MrCab made, I mean, he's definitely still fine.
Oh, right.
Probably still on 3x pace, to be honest. Well, actually, knowing Wasabi probably is on very high 3x pace still, technically.
Haven't really noticed much mistakes. Actually, no, I think he got an 82 door, right? He did.
Yeah, he did. But compared to considering the mistakes that he's made and knowing how good his Sob is, I'd be shocked if he wasn't on 3x pace right now still.
Oh, true. He did get a 28 sum of best. A 26, 28 sum of best last night, which was interesting. Oh, MrCab kind of taking a little bit slow. That's fine. This level is pretty tricky, so...
For sure.
Oh yeah, 7-2. It's, you just hold right. Pretty easy.
We're moving on to 7 Tower on Uvideo's end. And 7 Tower has a notorious boss at the end that is completely RNG.
Right. The actual level itself, too, is a little bit tricky when you're first starting out, for sure.
For sure. Unfortunately, Uvideo did the first room a little bit slow. If you're fast enough, you can avoid bouncing off of the Fire Bro, but he unfortunately bounced on the Fire Bro, so it's possible he could get a high 58 instead of a low 59. Depending on how bad his movement in this final section of the auto-scroller is. That was actually really clean, so it probably will be a low 59. Yeah.
Very nice. Well, MrCab having some trouble in the first room. Makes it out alive.
Let's see what kind of RNG Uvideo gets.
So yeah, where
Oh,
Kamek
that's gonna be
spawns-
good. That could have been good.
So yeah, where
He
Kamek
was
spawns is
set up
complete.
for really good RNG.
Oh,
good thing. Oh,
Ground
he's
Pound's
gonna be fine.
cancel?
Oh, he could have gotten that third hit easily.
Right. Yeah, so where Kamek spawns is complete RNG. Except for the third hit, that is always in the center, thankfully. But
Oh! Oh!
Oh no.
Oh my god,
Oh
Uvideo.
my gosh.
Uvideo games.
Come on.
Uvideo games.
Why are you doing this
He's
to me,
gonna-
man? Okay.
Oh my god, what this
So
is interesting. Well,
I wonder-
okay, let's see Mr. Cab, because if Mr.
Okay.
Cab has a decent Kamek fight, this could be close. It's not gonna be a decent Kamek fight.
no.
Oh my god, nope, he got the
lucky.
50-50 lucky.
Very nice.
Okay. I think Uvideo is still gonna be ahead though.
Yeah.
Not by much is the thing.
So I wonder if he's gonna switch to Luigi or he's gonna show off his sick backup in Ghost House, which I still need to learn.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I really hope he does the backup. I need to learn it.
Yeah, I'd love to see the backup shown off, but I don't blame him for not wanting to do it. Nah, he's gonna go
Okay.
for his sick backup.
All right.
I don't blame him. It doesn't lose that much time. And then if he makes a mistake later on, it ensures that he has another acorn.
Right. Oh wow. Okay, that's interesting.
Great way to get another acorn. Oh,
Oh.
misses the door though. Ooh, almost gets sniped. That would have sucked.
Wow. So Mr. Cab entering as Luigi, I don't know if that was a mistake or...
I think he just plays it safe, and
Okay.
he sometimes
fair.
overshoots or undershoots with Nabbit, and so I think he plays
Oh.
it safe and just waits out for the 87.
Okay.
But when we made the handicap, we did make the assumption that runners on OG would be playing this as Nabbit, so this will be working. This will be working against him choosing to play as Luigi. But yeah, since Uvideo is, it's hard to tell. I do think Uvideo is probably still going to be a little bit ahead.
Yeah.
Like I mean, obviously Uvideo is ahead right now, but I mean, with loads, Mr. Cab will catch up. But I mean, do keep in mind that there is the handicap.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So, like, Mr. Cab's gonna have to win by pretty much, like, 30 seconds.
Yeah. Pretty much, if the Wii U runner is not ahead of the Deluxe runner, it's gonna be pretty hard for the Wii U runner to win.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, that's unfortunate for
okay.
Uvideo. He shouldn't
Came back
lose
to
Acorn,
seven.
though. Yeah.
Okay.
Still 71. Not sure what
Huh.
Mr. Cab decided to do there. But I
Wasn't
guess
paying
Uvideo
attention.
messing that up didn't matter, because Mr. Cab did a weird strat.
Very nice.
Nice first
hit.
Ludwig hit. There is a faster one that you can go for, but it's very risky, and definitely people don't go for it in runs. Pretty slow hits from Mr. Cab,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Not the greatest boss fight.
Yeah, so this looks really close, but in reality, it's, like, not.
Uvideo's got about a 30 second, probably a little more than a 30-second lead.
So yeah, coming up is 7 Airship. We'll be seeing a auto-scroller skip here.
Uvideo will probably do it just fine.
Yep, because he does that strat, which, in my opinion, I think is a lot better. Mr. Cab goes for the...
Oh, Mr. Cab
no.
jumps too early. off the second block. I think he's
You
dead.
can back this up. No. You can back this up.
You can back this up without jumping off of the coins? Oh, are you? Oh, he's just gonna wait for the...
you can just
He's gonna wait for the
jump,
cloud.
think.
I don't
Okay,
know if you could... You probably can jump without the bombs, but it's definitely safer to jump off the bombs. He's gonna try and go to the end here.
Oh, no.
He got sniped by
No.
the bombs! The bombs respawned! The bombs respawned and he wasn't ready. I think this is probably GG's for MrCab. Don't think that there's much that MrCab can do.
Yeah, Uvideo also has the backup acorn too, so...
Right.
Man, it's always
Very
this
solid
bubble.
boss fight from Uvideo. MrCab's gonna try again. Gonna wait it out this time. Smart.
You can also do a spin jump there and like remove all the like cloud stuff so to see easier.
That's true. Well, MrCab's gonna be behind by a lot,
Yeah.
unfortunately. I do think that Uvideo threw away 26 pace with that bad tower, and considering how much worse that tower ended up becoming, I don't even know if this can OX anymore, even if he plays well.
Hmm.
I think it'll probably be a mid to low 1x if he plays fine to the end.
Let me look at my splits. Let's see. If he completes, let's see, my 8-1 secret is 21-21. No way. Probably not.
Alright, let's see what kind of RNG Uvideo will get. So in this level, there's fireballs that rain from the sky. And these fireballs are completely RNG as to where they spawn. But unfortunately, you need these fireballs to break open the area that goes to the secret exit in this level, because we need to take the secret exit to go to 8-4. And so the hope is that they spawn as far right as possible. They unfortunately spawn as far left as possible, which doesn't help, and Uvideo is missing getting up, and is gonna get a 76. Yikes.
Unfortunate.
Hey, to be fair, at least he didn't lose Acorn, so that's good.
True.
But high 72, not the greatest 8-1, even with bad RNG.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. The left RNG seems to be the one to get the most, which I actually theorized it's probably because there are 2 different types of left RNG patterns you can get. So there's 4 different fireball patterns you can get total. But yeah, that's probably why you get left RNG so much, which is also very unfortunate.
I think it's also, if we don't look at the game's code, it's hard to tell if it's actually truly an even distribution. Like, how the RNG seeds are calculated. Is it purely randomized, or is there some sort of formula that goes into how the randomness is generated? And I think that's not really easy to tell unless we look at hundreds and hundreds of 8-1s. Very solid 8.
Very nice.
8-4 though by Uvideo.
Did you get the wall kick too?
He did.
End? Very nice. So MrCab plays this level as Nabbit. That's one really big advantage on OG. You can play this as Nabbit.
Yeah, because he got, you can see MrCab just got middle RNG, and middle RNG spawns like a bunch of extra fireballs. That would make you lose Acorn normally, but with a Nabbit, he can just power through.
I wonder if Uvideo is going to go for the crouch jump here. He does. Oh, okay. That saves like half a second. So this level is it's not too difficult. You can just pretty much just cheese it using the acorn suit. Very nice. Mr. Cab, I don't know what he's doing.
Hey,
Not
Mr.
sure what
Cab's
he's
got
doing
some
here.
very interesting strats for 8-4, for sure. But Uvideo will be moving on to 8 Castle, and I think that at the end of the day, it's probably going to be, unfortunately, a 27
Yeah.
1x. Might even be a 27 2x.
Let's see.
Hopefully he clutches the 1x. I think he's got it in
No.
him. I think he can clutch the 1x.
I don't know. It's like...
It'll be close, for sure.
I think it'll be like a 3x, actually. Looking at my splits, just comparing, it might be.
Well, I know that my gold, I think, is actually pretty close to 3 minutes. Let me look.
So Uvideo does a strat there.
Oh,
You,
I
like,
guess it's a little
kinda...
more than... Oh, sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah. So what he did there was like clinged on to Bowser Jr. and like he kind of like rode the clown car, I guess. Get a nice speed boost.
I do think you're right. It's probably going to end up being a 3x, because I thought it was closer... My gold was closer to 3 minutes, but it's actually closer to 3.5.
Ah.
So it's probably going to be a 3x. Well, mine's like 3 minutes and like 20-something seconds, but because of how Uvideo splits, his gold's probably like 3.5 minutes. Still the same amount of time, he just splits differently. Unfortunate switch. You want to hit that switch as far right as possible, because Toad walks off to the right, so walking's kind of slow. So you want to hit that switch as far right as possible, so that he walks less distance to get off screen. Again, we're talking a very small amount of time.
I think Uvideo said like half a second, maybe, but we kind of just throw time estimates everywhere.
Yeah, we kind of do. I do think it's a lot less than half a second. But it's something that's pretty easy to fix, for sure. And just hit the right side. Meanwhile, MrCab's playing this first area pretty safe. As opposed to Uvideo, who I didn't notice. He got an 88 door, right?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Oh, he does get a nice boost, though, from him.
Didn't look like backup Toad was necessary. Hopefully I'm not speaking too soon. Hopefully he doesn't just die. A death would mean that Mr. Cab would probably win, unless Mr. Cab also died.
It's not completely out of the question. I have died, like, I think twice recently on Bowser.
It's definitely not out of the question, but knowing Uvideo's skill level and how much he's done this boss fight, I would hope that, you know, maybe he messes it up, but hopefully doesn't die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good first hit.
Nice so far. Oh yeah.
All right, second hit. Yeah, that's fine. Gonna be clutching out the 3x. Barely clutching out the 3x. Could have gotten a 2x.
Dang. Well, GG's either way.
And we'll be moving on to Game 2. Meanwhile, Mr. Cab's going to be finishing up. He's probably going to be getting a 29, most likely. What is Mr. Cab doing?
Something wrong with his controller?
I don't know. I don't know why he went so far to the right.
That was a pretty good run other than Kamek. Oh,
He
man,
did not
was...
hit... Okay, I think he was lucky that he hit Bowser, because it didn't look like he was going to try and hit Bowser Jr. And you need to hit Bowser Jr. before you get in that clown car, otherwise there's a high probability that he snipes that car back from you.
Dude, I've had times where he skids across the battlefield, and
he
still jumps into it. He still snipes me out of it. I'm like, how?
He's gonna get hit out. Wow, I'm shocked he didn't get hit out there. Yeah, it should be a 29OX for Mr. Cab. Nice. Oh, wow. Still
Oh
a
no, it's
28.
28.
Never mind. I'm totally wrong.
I was gonna say, like, that's not even close to it, OX.
28.57 by Mr. Cab. Not bad.
Not bad.
And we'll be moving on to game 2 shortly. This is live, yes. This is not a re-recording. All right, and that second race time room is set up, which means that once
Awesome.
both players are ready, we'll be moving on to game 2. I think they're going to take a bit of a break first, but... but we'll be moving on pretty soon here.
Yo, Uvideo's got Mario Kart. Is he gonna be playing? Oh, okay, never mind.
Sag. No Mario Kart break. But it looks like we'll be moving on to game 2 here. Now, you might have noticed as you're watching Uvideo set up here that you heard a little nabbit squeal as Uvideo entered the cutscene, or entered the file select. There is a weird feature in Deluxe that's not an OG, but the spin mechanic where you can like do a mid-air twirl, in the Deluxe version you can do by pressing the trigger. Well, in both games you can do by pressing the trigger, but in Deluxe you can also do by pressing the jump button. And usually that gets in the way of a lot of runners' muscle memory and that kind of thing, and it's just kind of an annoyance at best. So we can actually turn that off by holding the left control stick for 3 seconds on the title screen. And then if you enter the file select and hear nabbit squeal, then you know that you have deactivated that feature.
Right.
And so you'll see a lot of runners will do that.
I'm not
just
sure why
because
they.
it's kind of an annoyance.
I'm not sure why Nintendo made it a literal cheat code, but whatever. A fun fact about the mid-air twirl, it actually is useful, and we theorized in the other any percent categories where you play as like a single character. It would save time in like 1-2, so you wouldn't have to like glide to the end. You could just do mid-air twirls instead.
That would be a half-second time save for a, in my opinion, awful way to play the game. I'm sure I would get used to it just fine if I ran the category, but I think that I wouldn't take that category too seriously, so I would personally sacrifice the half-second time save for familiarity.
I think we also theorized at 5-1, you could also save time in. You could like do like the big jumps at the end, but I don't think we've really tested it.
The big jumps at the end you can do without twirling. Like off the Koopas?
Yeah, well,
You don't need to twirl between the Koopas. Oh, I see, but in order to get on the first Koopa, you need a twirl. I see.
So, yeah, you can
That's
do
true.
it. You can do it like without Nabbit, but you have to not have the acorn suit because the acorn suit like stops all your momentum when you start holding your jump. So,
It looks like both racers are readied up on the map, so we just need Uvideo to start. We need Uvideo to say, "Hey, let's start in race time," and then we'll be on our way.
No, there's some talk in the race time chat. I disagree. I think Uvideo's strat is so good. It's so much better. But that's just me.
Commentator trash talking Uvideo before he starts his race.
I could expose
Secretly
the chat
in the
logs.
chat. You can't expose the chat log. I mean, I'm trash talking Uvideo. I called him gross.
Oh, okay.
So, exposure. Hopefully that doesn't get to his mentality and he doesn't have a bad race. Only time will tell, though. The race is off. We are on our way, and already that faster load time on MrCab's part.
You know, it just makes me feel like, man, I should just run OG instead, but eh. I like the Switch better.
If I had access to a Wii U, I'd... Ooh, sorry, commentator tired. If I had access to a Wii U, I think I'd run OG. But I don't know that I would pay, I don't know, $100 plus the game for a video game that I... Just only to play a video game that I speedrun. Like, there's no other games on the Wii U that I would get. Maybe NSMBDS. But like aside from that, I wouldn't do that. Here we go. But if I don't act on that soon, I won't be even doing NSMBDS on the Wii U, depending on when I get my Wii U, because I think they announced recently that they're stopping the credit card transactions for the eShop.
Yeah, but it sounds bad. Oh no. MrCab missing the star. That's okay. You can back this up.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can't use, like, in January 2022, I believe, you can't use credit cards on the eShop, but I think if you have your funds, like, linked with the Switch and Wii U, you can just add it to the Switch, and then it should transfer just fine. If not, you can just use eShop cards instead.
I think eShop cards are also gonna go away after January 2022. Yeah, like because that's considered a credit card transaction.
Oh,
because you have to plug in a credit card, like they're debit cards essentially that will eventually run out, so they're treated like credit card information.
I had to look into that more. Well, either way,
but if you load funds onto your account before January 2022, then yeah, you can use those funds still to purchase games afterwards. I think the Wii did that as well. If you had. Are you sure eShop cards will still work, Niv?
I don't know. I saw it like on
And
Twitter,
again, pirating is pretty awesome. Yeah, I only saw it because Navadra retweeted it, but he retweeted like the Japanese version, so I haven't seen a US like post on it yet.
I retweeted like a person saying like, "Don't panic, it's not that bad. It's just credit cards. You can still use like prepaid like Nintendo eShop cards." So I don't know.
See, but that doesn't make sense in my mind, because those are still considered, like, credit cards. So I don't know how they filter those to work, but a normal credit card did not.
Well, either way, I'm pretty sure, like, you can link your funds with your Switch, and it would work just fine, but I don't know.
I know that you can link 3DS and Wii U to Switch. I don't know about the other way around.
Oh, yeah. Also, MrCab played as Luigi. He might have forgotten to switch to Nabbit for 1S.
I mean, thankfully for him, it doesn't really matter. It's just a matter of that he didn't lose Acorn, which he didn't. But anyway, story time aside, we're already done with World 1.
Awesome.
We're pogging in chat. MrCab reminding us of the death of Miiverse all those years ago.
2017? Really? Gosh.
I mean, I buy it. I mean, I don't remember that thing. I don't remember that thing ever existing ever or doing anything with it ever. So.
I mean, I remember
it's not like it was ever in my life.
I remember it shutting down. Like, I remember hearing about it and like, but I didn't know it was. I thought it was like 2019. Huh.
Gonna be moving on to 5-1. Uvideo's got a pretty substantial lead here thanks to 1-2.
Right.
Let's see some neutral jumps.
Very nice. Seems he's gonna be getting this just fine.
Nice 181.
Does
Mr.
Mr.
Cab,
Cat...
however, not doing neutral jumps at all in the slightest.
I wonder if... Does he not know about them? He might not.
He might not. I know he stopped running the game after it was discovered. He's really doing them pretty slow, though, because without neutral jumps, you should be getting a 78. So he's clearly doing something wrong that's slowing him down somewhere else.
He did, like, swing on the vine, like, twice earlier, I saw.
Oh, that'll do it then. (5-3), another hold right and run level. Done by Uvideo Games. Uvideo, probably going to be a pussy and go for right side again.
He also did not get the backwards flagpole, if anyone noticed. Not that it really matters, but...
RIP frames of time save.
Dang, not showing off for the fans. Very sad. Does get a solid right side, though.
For sure, for sure. A nice door entry as well.
Oh,
Mr. Cab
barely getting there.
barely getting the right side there. His spins are really slow. He needs to work on speeding up those spins in order to make it over. Because the time between his spins is incredibly slow. Whereas Uvideo times them pretty well.
Here we go.
Moving on to 5 Ghost House, we're going to see the Poggers strat from Uvideo once again.
Very nice.
Fortunately, not going to get a 79 from that second part movement.
He does get an 84 door, though. Wow.
You can get an 84 door and still get a 78.
Oh.
I'd be shocked if this was a 79.
Dang.
The key for him is the reason he's not getting a 79 instead of a 78 is that the first swing after the grabbing the star is angled up to the left, which means that you can run down it to the right, and that increases your speed by just enough frames to make that 79. And he doesn't run down. He doesn't run down at all. He just jumps off of it, and that's why he doesn't get any. That's why he doesn't get a 79.
Can you do a fast excel? I don't think so. Probably too small.
In this game? Oh, in this level?
No, in this level. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could do a fast excel in this level.
Though it might mess up, like, the timing of the booze, potentially.
I don't think it would mess them up that much.
Oh, Uvideo not going...
Especially if you miss it.
No, Uvideo not going for the backup this time, okay.
think a lot of
Pretty-
times what happens is game 1, you know, you're probably a little bit nervous.
Right,
You know,
right.
things happen, but especially after you get a win under your belt in game 1, you feel a lot more confident. You know what went wrong. You can think to yourself, okay, I'll try to avoid those mistakes next time, and generally your race 2 goes better. So I think he recognizes how well he played and how he pretty much didn't need the backup at all. So he's just gonna stick with Luigi. Uvideo is about to finish up though, and we'll see if he gets to 36.
Nice.
Yeah, he does. Big poggers.
Phew, made it. Ha! Yeah.
Now we'll be moving on to 7-1. Remember, last run, Uvideo had a bit of a hiccup right at the beginning. Hopefully we don't have that
Oh.
hiccup anymore.
Here we go.
There we go.
Nice.
It's not that hard, Uvideo. Should be getting a high 75, if not a low 76. I mean, there's still one thing that could go wrong, but I believe should be a high 75 or a low 76. Yeah, we're chilling. That's probably low 76. Never mind.
Yeah.
Commentator's curse. Sag. Sometimes you just kind of get a low 76, and sometimes you just kind of get a high 75.
I always
Depends
get
on how the game
75s.
feels. Yeah, I always get 75s too.
Probably the beginning, but it is kind of risky, so...
I think for me, it's my slopes at the end that I do bad.
Huh. So I do spin jumps like all the way through this level. I don't know if it really matters.
It shouldn't
But
matter,
7-1. Yeah.
because you're still moving to the right, so...
Phew, made it. Ja. Yo. Here we go.
7 tower time. Hopefully 7 tower goes a lot better.
Ooh, kind of slow there, I think.
Yeah, again, another slow first room by Uvideo.
Hey, a 90 pipe, we take those.
Should still get a 59 considering how good he is at that ending part.
Oh yeah.
Should still be able to get a 59.
MrCab does this interesting way. That's what you
Yeah,
do in a
Mr. Cab's
100%.
Very
Get the first
slow.
star coin.
Plays it very safe.
Ah, unfortunate. Really unfortunate. He might not have
That's
enough.
fine.
life
He'll be
here.
fine. Oh,
Oh,
oh, ouch.
yep, that happened.
He's gonna get sniped. How
Oh
did he not
my
get hit by
gosh.
that? Well, he backed it up well, so that's what matters.
I'm a winner.
That was entirely RNG and not his fault in the slightest.
Mm-mm.
That wasn't. I saw the low hit and I was like, oh, it's likely he'll go to the right, and then he just stayed on, or it's likely he'll go to the left, and he just stays on the
No.
right, and it was like that hurts.
Yeah, whenever he does that low spawn, I'm just like, yeah, you just go anywhere. It doesn't matter where he is. It's so stupid.
Mr. Cab not getting the greatest gimmick either. So. Uvideo still has a very decent lead. Very solid from
You were ahead of
Uvideo
PB
gamers.
until that? Dang. Sad.
Oh, secret. Here we go.
Alright, 7 castle.
Decent first part. Hopefully he does the bonk at the second part.
I'll be interested to
Nice.
see how Mr. Cab does it, because I wonder what happened last time.
He went up the top because he was too worried about
Oh.
landing on the bottom, and so that's what lost him
Okay.
time. Decent 7th castle though, for sure. See how Mr. Cab does this. He just runs right through and then goes on the top.
Hmm.
Which is a lot slower. I mean, it is safer, to be fair, but
True.
it is a lot slower. Nice 150 from Uvideo.
Nice.
Now, the cool thing is, even though Uvids was on lost PB pace, he's still on a very good run. Should
Oh,
still
true.
be low 26 4x pace. Maybe mid.
Ho-ho.
But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like, that 7 tower could have gone worse.
True.
So, I still have faith that he can clutch out a pretty solid 4x. Especially considering his Sob. Like, he might have been behind PB, but his Sob might have still been PB pace, technically. Maybe not.
Hmm.
Hard to say from Uvid's comment. No, he says, I was ahead of PB. I don't know if that means his Sob said he could still get PB, or if PB was just dead after that.
I would assume those actual splits. Very solid first skip.
For sure, for sure.
Whoa.
He's popping off to the music.
I love doing that. It's so satisfying.
Moving
Yeah,
on.
Mr. Cab does the other way of doing it,
Whoa.
which is still fine. But I
To
just
be
feel like
fair,
I get...
what he messed up was not the first part. What he messed up the same part that Uvideo got to. At that point, where he messed up, it was the same for both versions. He jumped off the middle question mark block a little too far to the left of that block.
Oh,
And therefore, he didn't get that jump. That was his issue.
interesting. See, I used to do that old way, but maybe because I was just not as experienced, but like I would get hit by the bomb in the air every now and then for like no reason, it seemed. Even though I did the jump just fine, it seemed.
Yeah, it's usually up to personal preference because there's 0 time difference between Uvideo's method and the other method.
Uvideo said it was like slightly faster, but you know we haven't timed anything.
We haven't timed anything, and you still move. I would be shocked if it was faster because with the way you do it, you're still moving right in both cases. So there's no chance that his method's faster. It's just a different way of doing it. Because in both cases, you still hold right the entire time.
Ho-ho! Wah!
But yeah, I mean, unless something very chaotic happens, he should still be able to get a 26 4x time.
Right.
Here we go.
Alright, let's hope that we get some decent RNG. Hoping for that right side or middle.
Yep. Nope.
Not left side again.
The same
That's
left,
unfortunate.
same fireball pattern too. Same type of left side fire pattern.
Fortunately, a pretty slow left side as well.
Yeah.
Lost a good bit of time on that.
Ho-ho! Secret. Ha!
Let's see what kind of RNG Mr. Cap gets. Middle again.
Middle. Okay.
How did it only break 1 block, though? What the heck?
Here we go.
Must
Did it
be
only
because he
break
hit... It only broke 1 block, but I wonder if it's because he hit it from underneath that there was, like, a
Yeah.
weird thingamabob.
Oh.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's probably gonna kill 4x pace.
Oh.
Nice. He's definitely panicking right now.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
4x pace is definitely dead.
Yeah, that's a mistake I do a lot too. It's not. A4 is not the easiest level to do optimally.
Yeah, for sure.
Made it.
It might... I haven't really been paying attention to his split times. It might still be barely possible if he was actually on PB pace going into 7 tower.
Ho!
He is 6 seconds behind my PB, so no, probably not.
Here we go.
He's got a solid 26.
Yeah, no, for sure. 26 5x is coming. Definitely.
Very nice crouch jump. MrCab doing a spin jump before that first jump.
Yeah, that was not yeah, that was really unfortunate.
Phew! Made it.
Yeah, still probably low 5x. Mr. Cab playing elevator a bit safe.
Here we go.
I think he can mess up this first room pretty significantly and still get a 5x. So,
Oh yeah, definitely.
feeling pretty safe right now. That's for sure.
Oh, he got fireworks, didn't he? Yep.
That's unfortunate.
Oops. Might have not been paying attention. Which happens. And he does get a mini mushroom. Alright.
Working, that mini mushroom is gonna come in use.
Do you even use it? I know you use it in NSMBU for some star coin. Do you even use it in NSLU?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
So far, I've not needed to use it, from what I've learned.
Yeah, with your super nice jump height in this game, there's not really... coupled with Acorn, there's not really a rhyme or reason.
I mean, like, the mini pipes, you know? Like, where you
Mini
actually
pipes
have to...
Mini pipes I don't think A, have secret exits, or B, have star coins.
Like, no, in NSMBU, I'm pretty sure they do.
In NSMBU they do, but in NSLU they don't.
Yeah. I don't know. That 8-4 was so funny. Yeah. It was hard to watch. Oh, he's only 4 seconds behind my P. You know, he could clutch out a 4x. Very high, like 49 maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what his boss fight's like. I know last time his boss fight wasn't perfectly optimal, so we'll see. Maybe he can have a better boss fight this time.
Has anyone gotten a 26 on Deluxe yet in the tournament?
Did Skippy not at all in your guys' races?
No, he got like 27s.
Yeah, I don't think so then. Uvids would be our first 26.
He does that
He
part.
might be our first 26 period.
Oh. Oh my god.
Nice. The spin jump didn't seem like the smartest move,
Yeah,
but
I would have glided
he
up.
got it, so
Yeah.
I don't think we have a right to talk.
Kind of slow hit, but that's okay. Okay. I'm gonna have like a mini heart attack watching this.
Yeah. GG's on the 4X.
Wow. Very
Fun.
nice.
GG's.
Good job. Good
26:49. I think that might be Uvideo's race PB.
Wow.
At least
very
as long
nice.
as I've known him, I haven't seen him get a time better. I haven't seen him get a time this good in a race.
Dang. I think mine's like 20. I know it's like at least 26 5x.
I think you have like a 26:56. Didn't we tie with like a 26:56 before in a race?
I got a 26:55 with the race with Skippy before our tournament match.
That's nice.
Yeah. I wish I actually got that. But
27:26 by... Oh, I thought he was done. Oops.
oh yeah, it looked like he was almost done.
He's gonna get hit out of the clown
You
car.
gotta go under him. Oh, yeah. The play would have definitely been
Yeah.
to go under him. Yikes.
Well, the play would be to step on Bowser Jr. before he gets in the clown car. I don't think MrCab knows about that.
I think he did that. I don't know. I think he was just a bit too slow in getting in there. Yeah, that was a very good run you did. Oh, accidentally hitting the...
Should be fine.
Yeah.
Should be ending it here.
Just gotta... There you go.
Nice. 28:19.
Not bad.
Not awful. No, for sure, for sure, for sure. And we'll see if either of them want to come in for an interview. They may want to, they may not.
Would be Pog, if true.
Would be... This is true. I'd love to poke Uvid's brain, because
Oh.
he did kind of pop off. Would love to have a chat with him. Yeah, that was a fun match to watch.
Yeah.
Decent gameplay from both. Uvid says he'll pop in for 1 second, so if he stays for 2 seconds, I will be kicking him from the interview. I think we'll be getting both players in for an interview pretty soon here, which will be pretty poggers.
5 seconds, okay. 1, 2.
You're a very funny guy. That's why you're in the commentary booth.
Yeah, they like me here.
They call you the
keep
funny
inviting
man.
Me.
Well, it's more like the organizers keep pinging people to commentate, and you keep saying yes. Oh, yeah, I do have to click them. Oh, yeah, he's right. I gotta... Oops. Boop.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know any of this stuff works. If
Done.
I'm commentating by myself, then, like, I'm on my own.
Oh, I don't know what I pressed. I pressed that he's done.
Oh, he's here. Well, he's in the setup channel.
I pressed a bunch of buttons. I think it's gonna, like, he might get, like, 3 stars or something like that, which will be interesting. Uvideo smells. Your game, you need to turn your game audio down a lot.
Oh my god.
Your game is so
loud. I can't even hear
Please
myself.
stop.
Just mute your game.
Yucky. Turn off the television. Stop playing so many video games. Oh my god. Dude.
I mean, the credit music is nice, but like, oh my
I'm
god.
popping off. Hey, hey, yeah, hey, okay. Hey, hey,
We're jamming out.
Yeah.
We're jamming out.
hey, hey.
Can you even hear us?
I don't even think you can hear us, but I'm vlogging. I'm enjoying my time.
It's a great interview. Let's go view video. First question.
Yeah, he's not gonna.
Why is it so loud?
It's-
I can't even hear you. Oh wait, I can like turn it down. Oh, for me.
Oh, I mean, it's not gonna turn him down in the stream.
Yeah.
So I don't know why his game audio is so loud. I don't know if he's doing that on purpose. I mean, all he has to do is turn off his television or home out to the home screen. You don't have to watch the credits.
Yeah, it's not my television. It was the game audio was playing through like the call.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you had the stream open.
Sometimes, sometimes
Oh.
Discord does that. That's okay. Anyway,
That's funny.
that was fun.
Hey, you know, it's always fun to watch you because you're kind of like a wild card when it comes to racing. Because sometimes you'll like pop off like today. Because that was your race PB, I think, right? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, that was my best race.
Yeah.
The
So like you
second
get like a
one, yeah.
race PB, and then you have like the relay where you get like a 30, and it's like we don't know what to expect from you
Yeah.
half the time.
That is
Like sometimes
that is very
you just
true.
like pop off, and sometimes you just have moments, and it's like, interesting.
Yeah, that was good though. I'm really happy with the
Yeah.
2 races from today.
Yeah, you played really well for both of them. I mean, the Kamek was unfortunate.
Yeah, the Kamek was a
More
little
so
bit
game
unfortunate.
two. More
but-
so game 2 than game
Mhm.
1. Because that was completely out of your control.
Right.
Well, yeah. So the first game, basically just Kamek was the big time loss. There was some like dumb sloppy stuff everywhere, but whatever. And then the second one was actually PB pace. Like I was ahead of my PB into the Kamek fight, and so I was really hoping to like get lucky there. I thought I was gonna be able to save time over my PB after that first hit, but then the second hit, I just got unlucky. So
Does
it
your
happened.
PB have a 1 spawn?
No, my PB has a really unlucky fight. Like I lost like 4.5 seconds there or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that could have still... Because what I was wondering on stream was you were ahead of PB going into tower, but then you had a tower moment. Was PB still then dead afterwards, or if you had played well to the end, could you have still clutched it?
No, I lost more in this run than I did in my PB. So I was like like a second behind or something, but I don't really have any real-time save after the towers, so it
that's
just wasn't
unfortunate.
really. Yeah, it wasn't really realistic, but it was still a very good ending.
Yeah. Well, I mean, aside from Meat 4.
Yeah, that was kind of
Oh.
funny, but that's all right.
That was interesting to watch for sure. Why didn't you go for left side?
I'm a winner.
I was practicing beforehand, and I was just having a lot more consistency with the right side tower skip, so I just felt more comfortable going for that.
Yeah, all right, pussy. Okay. Okay.
Fair.
All
Hey,
right.
you got a very solid right side in one of the races.
Yeah, that right side in the second run was like probably my best one that I've gotten because I saved like half a second over my PB, which also does right side. So that
Wow.
was kind of crazy. Yeah.
Oh, your PB doesn't have left side yet? I thought it did.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
That right side definitely looked really clean. You spaced
that
like
was-
all those spins out like perfectly.
Yeah, that was really good. I was happy with that.
Hey, while I have you on a call, I guess you were wondering if you could get a 79 with your movement, and I found out how you can get a 79 with your movement. You don't run down this first swing after the star.
I don't know
Like
what you're
you just
talking about.
immediately jump. So okay, you grab the star, right?
What
and then there's
level
like
are you talking about?
sorry, 5 ghost. My bad.
Oh, okay.
There's
So you've
there's
gotten
the
it.
swinging platforms. I've seen Caleb get it. He has a video that I can send you.
Interesting. Okay.
But he does the movement that you do. He thought he discovered it himself, and we were like, "Nah, we knew about this." But he
Yeah.
found a way to get a 79 because what he does is he does pretty much everything that you do, except because after you get that star, that first swinging platform is all the way to the left, which means it's like a slope down to the right, and he runs down it completely.
Okay, I thought about
and you
that.
just jump off of it,
That's smart.
and that gives
That's
you
smart.
enough. And that gives you enough frames to get you to 79.
Okay, well,
Because you were like,
but
from what I saw
it
on at least your 5 Ghosts this run, that was like a first frame 78. It
was very close. I golded that actually. I golded that split.
does
in this
not
run.
surprise me because I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah, it was by a lot. I mean, okay, I say a lot. It was by like more than 0.1, which is saying
Yeah,
something.
no, for
so-
sure. You got an 84 door, so I was like,
Mhm.
oh, it has potential. It could.
Yeah, so
You also,
That was
that run
cool.
did walk down that a little bit, just not all the way. But that's why
Gotcha.
I don't lose. That's why I haven't yet to transition to your strat yet, because I always run down that entire slope, and I don't
I
lose
see.
that much off of you, so I never was motivated to learn it.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah,
But
it probably
I-
isn't all that big of a difference.
Here's the real question: Why
Mhm.
did you switch to why did you play as Yellow Toad?
Yeah,
Because
true.
Yellow Toad is better.
Okay.
I mean,
He's
it's
closer to-
technically he's faster. By
He's closer to gold. In my profile picture, it's gold Mario, so I had to.
He's
stay
closer
true
to
that.
gold, and that's all I get when I speedrun. Just straight golds.
Exactly. Yeah.
Technically, they're
Um,
rainbow splits, but
Did you go Yellow
it's-
Toad just because race 1 nerves, just play it safe, and then after you got that confident win, you were just like, whatever.
Yeah, that's exactly what was going through my mind. Well,
interesting.
partly that, and also the fact that I was, I think, like plus 0.0 on my PB. So I was like, well, if I'm keeping pace, I might as well just keep the run going. I already got like 1 win, so worst case,
Worst case,
I'll
you go
lose
to
this
game 3.
race, and then we'll go to game 3, and I'll get another chance.
Fair. Played well though. I mean, 26-49 with how bad Kamek went and how bad
I'm
your
very
8-4
surprised.
was. I was pretty impressed that you still clutched the 4x.
Yeah, that's really good.
I honestly wasn't paying attention to the timer, and so like I just looked at it at the end, and I was like, oh, well, shoot.
Yeah, it was a good probably 6 seconds.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well,
well,
I don't
that's all I
have
have.
anything more to say. If Uvids, it seems like Uvids is done. Cold Eggman, say something funny.
Mm.
Yeah,
Lol.
good funny thing. All right, so
we thought you were
thank
gonna
you
play
for
Mario
watching.
Kart.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
I,
thought you were gonna-
I didn't even end up. I didn't even end up doing that. Oh.
Well, we're gonna end this episode for now. GG gamers, thanks all for watching. Stay tuned. We've got. Oh, we play next Uvids. That's hype.
Oh, do we? That's gonna
I
be a
think
lot
we
of fun.
do.
That's
That's
I'm
gonna
very
be a lot
excited
of
for that
fun.
race.
I'll make you feel good because you've been getting so many 30s and 29s in races lately. So I'll get the 30s and 29s next time, and you can get your 26s again.
Well, that's
Build-
gonna be
build your
fun
ego
because
up.
you go for very aggressive race strats. So
I
have
used to
to
not,
decide.
but now I do.
Yeah, I'll have to decide like if I want to do that as well, because you might end up getting on a very good run, and then I'm gonna be falling
Yeah.
behind if I don't go for
Mhm.
like some
I've
pretty
had-
aggressive strats.
I've had a few runs lately, or races that I would do against Colt and Skippy, where I would be on PB pace because I would go for those aggressive strats in the race, and 2 of them carried to the end, almost PB'd, like straight up to the end of the run, and I threw
Yeah,
Bowser
it's-
both times.
Oh wow! So yeah, that that is something that's
But
gonna
also,
be
my
interesting
last-
in the next race.
My races in the tournaments have not been great. I don't think I've done. I think my best race so far this tournament's a 27 2x. So you know,
Yeah,
have
we'll
to pop
see.
off pretty hard. It'll be interesting for sure.
Like you said, my races are all over the place, so I could very well end up with like a run over 30 minutes or something.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm gonna hit the end episode button because I'm hungry and I want to go eat dinner.
Me too.
All right, yeah, that was a lot of
But-
fun.
Yeah.
GG's everyone. GG's Uvideo.
GGs.
GG's Mr. Cab, and we'll see you guys in the next episode of the tournament. Dab dab. Bye
What is this, a
bye.
let's play?
All right, bye guys.